Hello and welcome to Unjustified, where we always cover the truth, the facts, the good, the bad, the ugly, on an unbiased and sometimes very unpopular opinion. If you're not a member of our newest channel, Unjustified Crimes, please join us over there as well. You can hit the link in the description box below. There is where we cover all of the breaking crime news. And let's get right into today's video.
That Christy Sheats killed her daughters to punish their father.
Christy, Jason, Madison, and Taylor Sheats. This is another one of the picture-perfect family stories that was not really what it appeared to be. Jason and Christy had been married for over 20 years and had two beautiful daughters. The beautiful, picture-perfect family. Jason and Christy, both from Decatur, Alabama, were high school sweethearts. They both attended East Lawrence High School. Their marriage seemed ideal. Everyone that knew them envied. The perfect family, the perfect home, the perfect mom and dad. Mom and Dad always doting and loved their children so much. Mom always posting to social media about how much her kids meant to her. Her daughters were her world.
Now, we have learned some new information today about Christy Sheats. She is accused of shooting and killing her two daughters Friday near Katy. Now, today we heard from one of her friends in Alabama where she grew up.
You know, Catherine Knowles says Christy was helping her grow her business, but their conversations always revolved around her daughters. Catherine says that's why what happened Friday is so hard to understand.
This is not Christy that I know. It's just not. I thought it was the wrong person. It had to be. When you meet her, you know she's a mom. That was, within the first minute.
Catherine Knowles instantly became close friends with Christy Sheats last summer. She says Christy always spoke proudly about her two daughters, 22-year-old Taylor Sheats and 17-year-old Madison Sheats, which is why what happened Friday night is such a shock.
I can't imagine anything that would have happened in her life that would have made her snap. Your own children, I don't know what could possibly go through someone's head.
Christy is accused of fatally shooting both Taylor and Madison. Taylor was an artist who loved to draw and was a caregiver, according to her Facebook. And Madison, set to be a senior at Seven Lakes High School, was a babysitter. The Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office had been called to their home multiple times for Christy having a, quote, mental crisis in the past. Now her friend left thinking,
I wish there was something I could have done.
She loved her life with her family. And from the outside looking in, you would never know that there was trouble in the family. And this trouble actually started 4 years prior in 2012. In 2012, Christy's grandfather that raised her, that she referred to as her pawpaw, passed away. When this happened, Christy never got over his sudden death. She grieved. She spiraled into a very deep depression she was never able to come out of. But even though Christy continued the facade of being the happy, doting mother, so proud of her children, inside she was literally destroyed. And soon enough, she would destroy her family. On Friday, June the 24th, 2016, it was Jason Shears, Christy's husband's 45th birthday. Christy and Jason text each other throughout the day, and that evening, after they were both home, they were in the backyard and they were having a discussion. This discussion turned into an argument. Christy told Jason, "You need to apologize to me." And Jason wanted to know for what. And Christy informed him that he needed to apologize for starting that argument, which Jason refused to do and told her, "No, this is the last birthday that you're going to ruin of mine. I want a divorce." Christy casually looked at Jason and said, "We need to call a family discussion." Earlier that evening, Christy and her oldest daughter had words. Not really known if she did not approve of the fiancé. She was actually going to ground Madison. And she wanted Jason to step in, of course, and take her side. Well, Jason told Christy, "You can't ground a grown woman. Madison is 22 years old."
Yeah, our deputies apparently were called out to the Sheats home near Fulshire more than a dozen times since 2012. At least 3 of those calls were for an attempted suicide by Christy Sheats. Investigators say Christy Sheats tried to kill herself with pills 3 times since 2012. They gave us a list showing calls for service to the Sheats Fulshire area home, highlighting a crisis intervention team evaluation and the 3 suicide attempts. On those 3 occasions, she was checked into an inpatient treatment facility, according to information her husband, Jason Sheats, gave detectives. He told investigators she had a drinking problem and had spiraled into depression since the 2012 death of her grandfather. It was his gun she apparently used to kill their daughters. Detectives say Christy was set off in part by an argument between she and her oldest daughter. She'd apparently tried to ground the 22-year-old for seeing her fiancé, the man she was supposed to wed in just days. Jason Sheats explained she couldn't ground her daughter, a grown woman, and that had set her off, he said, leading to the attack of her girls she knew he loved so much.
He stated that he felt Christy wanted him to suffer. During this incident, Christy had ample time and opportunity to shoot and kill Mr. Sheats in the home, but she chose not to.
Christy Sheats had been prescribed medication for depression. We don't know if she'd been taking it.
He looked at Jason and said, "I think we need to have a family meeting." Well, Jason just assumed that they were going to go into the house, call the girls into the living room, and Christy was going to tell the girls about the divorce. That when the girls walked into the room, Christy reached under the sofa and pulled out a gun, a .38 caliber gun that she had inherited from her grandfather, and just nonchalantly and very calmly started shooting the girls. Jason begging with her to stop. "These are our kids. These are our kids. What are you doing?" She politely looks at him and says, "This is your fault. You've done this." Jason says the reason that she shot the girls in front of him is to make him suffer, to never lose that memory of seeing his girls be shot, because both Mom and Dad both adored these girls. Both of the girls ran. Dad ran out behind them. Both girls called 911, and you can hear their brief calls here.
Corporate 911, you need to ambulance. Please forgive me, I'm sorry. Hello? I'm sorry. No. Hello? Hello? Please don't put that gun in us. I promise you, whatever you want, I will.
Corporate 911, do you need police, fire, or EMS? Hello? Hello? What is the address?
The girls ran out the door. Dad runs out behind them. They're laying in the street. Christy continues to shoot. She runs out of ammo, goes back in the house, reloads, and comes back out. Now there's a neighbor that's witnessing all of this, and this is the neighbor's 911 call.
911, do you police, fire, EMS?
Yes, we need an ambulance right away. That's two people believe they're shot.
Okay, stay on the line. Okay, you think they got shot, you say?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, stay on the line.
And there's a lady with a gun.
There's a lady with a gun? Where?
Yes. It's coming out of the house right now. Two
Okay.
people shot outside.
Okay.
People shot outside.
Okay, where's the lady with the gun?
Coming out of, it's on the street right now.
Is she still shooting?
No, it's not shooting, but it's the gun in her hand. I ran to the back of my house.
Okay, do you know who the lady is?
They're my neighbors. I don't.
Okay. And the people that she shot, do you know them?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Abre la puerta ya.
Are you with the patients right now?
No, because the lady
Okay.
with the gun
What
came
is she
out. I
wearing?
had to run.
Describe her for me. What is she wearing?
Quédate ahí.
What is she
I'm
wearing?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had to run to the back.
Okay, I understand. What is she? Can you describe her for me? What is she? White, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
No, she's a Caucasian.
Okay.
Go back there.
Okay. What is she wearing?
She's wearing a dress.
What color dress?
Let me try to picture the window. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Don't put yourself in danger though. But do you remember what color her dress was?
She's wearing a purple dress.
Purple dress.
Yes.
Okay.
She's wearing a purple dress. She's on the.
Is it long, short? What is she? Where are the patients?
They're in the street. They're in the middle of the street. Okay.
I
was London.
It's two people laying in the street?
Two ladies laying in the street.
Two females? Okay.
Yeah, two females. And there's a guy trying to help them. But the lady is on the top of one of them with a gun on her hand.
Okay, but the suspect is on top of one of the females on the street?
Yeah, she's on the street, just standing up.
She's standing over at one of the patients with the gun?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And it looks like both of them are alive. Both of the shot person, there's two ladies, they're both alive, but
okay.
You know, she tried to shot again. She's trying to shoot again on the top of her, but apparently she doesn't have no more. Apparently she don't have any more bullets.
Okay, yeah, I do too, sir. Just stay on the line and let me know what you see. But don't.
Okay.
I don't.
She's going inside. She's going inside the house now. Hopefully, he's not getting any more bullets because she looks like she's going to look for more bullets.
Okay. All right, stay on the line.
And there's I don't know where the guy went, but apparently he's yelling at her, and they're talking back and forth.
Describe the guy.
The guy is also, they're all Caucasians.
Okay. Okay, and so the two females and the male is Caucasian.
Yes, all four of them.
Okay. And is the male
coming
injured
out,
also?
She's coming back again. She's coming back again with apparently she has bullets now on her.
Okay, stay on the line.
Oh, she shot her again. She shot her again.
She shot her again?
Yes, from the back. She's trying to run.
She shot the female again. That was.
Yes, that was laying down on the floor. She shot her from the back.
Okay, stay on the line.
She's shooting again. They're running down the street. Adrián, ¿dónde estás? No, bájate, Adrián. Porque es más arriba, más fácil que se vaya una bullet. ¿Por qué te fuiste para allá? Vente para acá.
Sir, what do you see?
I'm
What is she doing now?
There's a kid and lay down on the floor.
Okay, sir.
Lay down on the floor, yeah.
Yeah, make sure your family is secure. Don't let
Yes.
anyone see you looking out the window. Okay? Can anyone see you?
Yes.
Her
No,
address.
that's her address.
Okay.
I can hear. I don't see them anymore. But
Okay.
there's bullets. I can hear bullets, and she's laying down on the floor now.
The female that was shooting is laying down?
Yes.
Did she shoot herself?
I don't know. I just see her down on the floor now, but I don't know what happened because I had to run to take my
Okay.
son to safety.
Okay.
¿Con qué estás hablando? Bien?
Okay. Did she shoot herself?
Apparently she did.
You think she shot herself?
Apparently she shot herself. Yes.
Okay. Then is she
I don't
moving?
see. She's moving. Yes.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't look like she's moving anymore.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir, I'm so sorry you're saying this,
Okay.
but just stay on the line.
Quédate ahí. Adrián, está bien ya. Ya se disparó sola.
Okay. Stay on the line, sir.
Yes.
Okay, what do you see now? Are the two
Yes, yes.
are the two females still laying in the street?
I can't see them. I have to take my son to safety. Hold on a second, please.
Okay, no problem. If you have to take your family to safety, then don't worry about going back to the window.
Adrián. Quédate aquí, Adrián. Quédate aquí. Sí, no, en el closet. Aquí está bien. Ya está bien. Ella ya se disparó, la que estaba disparando. Okay, pero con cuidado, Mencha, okay? Nosotros estamos bien.
Okay, sir, do you happen to know the names of these people? Do you know your neighbors?
No, I don't know them by names or anything.
Okay.
Okay, preciosa. Vale, preciosa. Pero no te vayas para arriba nunca, okay? Cuando vaya así, algo así. I'm sorry. I had to call my son because
I
he's
understand.
crying too.
And I'm so sorry you had to see that, sir. I'm so sorry you had to see that. They're on the way. Just let me know what you see. If you see anything change, let me know. We have multiple deputies on the way, okay?
Okay, she's laying down on the floor still.
Is she still not moving?
She's still not moving.
Okay. All right. Okay, and sir, what's your name? What's your name and your address?
MAS?
Okay.
Okay, the deputies are arrived already.
Okay. All right, and what's your address?
It is not known why she did not try to shoot Jason. Jason assumes that she knew the most painful way to hurt him was for him to have to see this happen to their daughters. When police arrive to their home, Christy is seen standing over her daughters, gun drawn. And the police ask her, drop her weapon, drop your weapon. Christy refuses to drop her gun, at which point police shoot Christy dead. Taylor, barely holding on for life, is airlifted to the hospital, where a short time later also succumbs to her injuries. Jason was taken to the hospital as well for distress, although he had no injuries, completely traumatized. Jason has since moved back to his home in Decatur, Alabama. He is now remarried, but there's not a day that goes by that he doesn't think about and talk about his girls, Madison and Taylor. And until this day, he still says, Christy done this because she wanted to see me suffer. Christy, Madison, and Taylor were transported to Decatur, Alabama, where they are now laid to rest in a local cemetery.
After a mother opened fire, killing both of her daughters in this neighborhood here. Fulshire police say they came to this family's home on Remsen Hollow yesterday, and they say that mother pointed a gun at them. Then they say they shot and killed her. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Lee is live from that neighborhood tonight with some new details from one of the daughter's friends. Lauren?
You know, neighbors and friends are still trying to come to terms with this tragedy tonight.
Two sisters with their whole lives ahead of them killed in an unthinkable tragedy, allegedly at the hands of their own mother. Fort Bend County deputies say both 22-year-old Taylor Sheats and 17-year-old Madison Sheats were shot by their mother, 42-year-old Christy Sheats, before Christy was killed by a Fulshire police officer Friday night. Only Jason Sheats, the husband and father, was not hurt.
It crushed him, so, it's hard. I know it's hard for the family.
Alec Arnold grew up not far from the Sheats family home.
He loved his daughters. They were like best friends. I know that for sure.
Today, friends are remembering Taylor for her warm personality.
She always had a good smile on her face, and it's one of the things that everyone probably remembers about her.
Madison was going to be a senior at Seven Lakes High School this fall. Her close friend telling me, quote, Madison brought nothing but happiness to everyone she ever met. She was nice to everyone, and she wouldn't have harmed a fly. Neighbors say the girls were killed on their father's birthday.
How does this happen? A perfectly wonderful family, picture perfect. High school sweethearts, married over 20 years, raised two beautiful and very successful daughters. One already in college and due to be married in only 3 days.
Overseas, we've learned today that 22-year-old Taylor Sheats was supposed to be married today. She and her sister were shot to death by their mother on Friday evening. 42-year-old Christy Sheats was then shot to death by police. And now we're getting a new look at her history, in the moments before that shooting. Channel 2's Joel Eisenbaum is tracking the developments. And Joel, you actually spoke to Christy Sheats' former employer.
Yeah, that's right, Keith. I did talk to her former boss. We talked to a few people today, and I think through those conversations, we're getting a better look at this family's dynamics. Every family has their problems, of course. It seems that, at least lately, they'd been coming to a head. Timing-wise, I think the most notable piece of the puzzle is that the eldest daughter, 22-year-old Taylor Sheats, was to be married today, we're told. Here's how a family member who lives in Alabama put it on a Facebook post. Quote, they were to be married Monday and later again after graduation from college with a big wedding, end quote. Now, something else the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office tells us is that Christy Sheats, the mom who killed Taylor and her other daughter Madison, had called a family meeting apparently Friday, and it was at that meeting where she pulled out a gun and shot her children. As they ran out of the house, essentially. Now, was that meeting about the wedding? We don't know that, but we do know that that mother, Christy Sheats, did apparently have some issues.
She had that very sweet Southern Alabama look and sound about her that my patients loved, but whenever they weren't here, it wasn't always like that. She was different.
Mental illness is real. And when you see someone spiraling, they have to get help. Christy went off the complete deep end when she seen her marriage was not going to work. Her husband could not take her outburst anymore. She had already previously, on multiple occasions, tried to take her own life. How does this happen? 4 years prior, losing a loved one put this lady in a spot that she could not come out of. After her attempts at taking her own life failed, and then her utter madness and rage at her husband because he couldn't deal with this anymore and just wanted a divorce. She done the ultimate. Her husband wanted a divorce. The children were grown. They were basically grown. One was grown, the other was a senior. Did she fear losing more that she loved dearly? Because she wasn't actually losing them, they were just spreading their wings. But was that fear there for her? She didn't want the oldest one getting married. She was even still wanting to ground her for breaking a curfew, and she was 22 years old. Such a horrific tragedy. And my thoughts and prayers goes out to Jason, because I can't even imagine what you have to think about every day. The memory, the pain. Just so wrong. This was so senseless and did not have to happen. Thank you all so much for listening, and until next time, this is Unjustified.